days, we have seen the Ukrainian military make extraordinary gains in its war with Russia. For me, this is very good news. And the credit to that goes overwhelmingly to the Ukrainian military and the Ukrainian people who have been fighting heroically now for many months. And the gains of the Ukrainian military, the Russian military, meanwhile, is many of them are fleeing the country, leaving supplies behind as they try to get out, and the military is generally in disarray. This is very bad news for Russia, particularly for President Putin, who is not only being humiliated, but he is potentially having his grip on power be loosened. We don't want to overstate that because from the beginning of this war, people have been saying Putin is on his last legs. I'm not quite that optimistic, but he is in a weaker position now, a much weaker position than he was 8 months ago or even 3 or 4 months ago. And while, as I've said, the credit for this goes overwhelmingly to Ukraine, it also speaks to Joe Biden's foreign policy acumen. He has handled himself and handled the United States extremely well in this conflict by taking the possibility of sending American troops off the table early, but doing so much else to support Ukraine. And while the Republicans will point to the Afghanistan withdrawal, which was poorly handled and messy, but was also implementing a policy that was long overdue, Democrats should recognize, and we should all recognize, that what is happening in Ukraine is an accomplishment not just of the Ukrainian people, but of President Biden. And this is one more thing this president has done, and one more thing that voters should keep in mind as we head into the midterm elections.